everybody, and welcome. It is Chats Con Sabor, and I'm one of your hosts, Joanna, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Miss Yvette.
Hello.
And today's subject is a goodie.
Mm-hmm.
Controlling relationships. Oh, ay, ay, caramba.
Controlling relationships, being in a relationship with a narcissist. This should be a good one. And hi, everybody. Hi. First, let me say hi. This should be a good one. I feel like we've all, to some degree or another, have been in a controlling relationship, maybe not necessarily with an actual narcissist. I know I have been. So I speak from experience on this, okay? We're gonna make it short and sweet. We're gonna hone in, okay, on. I mean, because we could go on and on and on about controlling relationships and being with a narcissist and what are the signs to look for and this and that. Part of our conversation today is going to be what we can do ourselves as far as being responsible for how we respond in that controlling relationship or how we react and the moves that we make to literally get out of it. Okay, so we're gonna start off with what are some of the classic signs that you are in a relationship with a narcissist. I'm gonna say the first one, and then there's a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them, and then I'm going to say the first one. I want to get your reaction, Miss Joanna, and let's see how we can spot us being with a narcissist. Because let's be real, a lot of times we have blinders on. You know how horses have those blinders where they, no, I see nothing.
Got the flies. To
so
keep
that
out
they
the
don't
flies.
react, right? So they
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
react.
yeah.
And so a lot of times instinctually we know that we are in a controlling relationship or in a relationship with a narcissist or in a marriage, but we kind of put blinders on and we refuse to see the red flags. Let's put it that way. So, what are some of the classic signs? The first one is love bombing. They are excessively charming at the beginning. What do you think?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think they want to convince you so bad that they're so good that I think it gets to the point that in the beginning they just overwhelm you with this perfection of who they are.
Of who they are.
Until.
Yeah. Definitely. I feel like that's their way of trying to gain control from the get-go. So they gain control by love bombing you by, first of all, I came across a reel and it was like, okay, when you're on your first few dates and everything, they said, don't say exactly, like when they say, well, what are you looking for in a relationship? Don't say exactly what you want out of a man or a woman, because then they take that narcissist too. They take that information, they put it in their back pocket, and then they use it against you later. And they know that this is what you want, this is what you're looking for. So, hey, let me present myself as this person, right? So if you say, I want a man that always sends me flowers, buys me flowers, and is so romantic and da. What is that guy going to do? The narcissist? He's going to send you flowers. He's going to tell you how much you mean to him, how he's never met anybody like you ever before in his life. That type of thing. Literally love bombing you at first so that you open up to him. And then you're like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? Basically, right?
I look at it as they use it like a weapon.
Exactly. Yeah.
They consume or take in everything that you're saying. When they take everything that you're saying, they give you what you want, and then they use it as a weapon when you're not meeting their expectations, or you want all of this, but you're giving very little of this. So You have to be super careful with what you tell somebody when you're on the first date, especially if you've been in a traumatic relationship. Um, I always say get to know your audience first before you divulge information, because you really
Mm-hmm.
need to know who that person is before you start um, telling them your personal business, because they never use it as, oh my gosh, this person has been through XYZ. That's not who I am. No, they're like, oh, so she's vulnerable. He's vulnerable. He's weak in these areas. So those are the places I'm going to focus
Let
at.
me exploit those areas. Exactly.
Yeah. And then I'm
Exactly.
going to build that trust, and that person's going to be trusting me in everything I say.
Yep.
So that means I can start the manipulation from there. And that's where they
Exactly.
start fucking with you.
Exactly. Yeah. And they start to build that web
Mm-hmm.
to kind of control you. Again, it's all about control. The narcissist is all
Mm-hmm.
about control. So they're going to exploit whatever your weaknesses are. So don't hand those over right away. Make sure that you feel safe in the relationship first before you start. I've been hurt because of this, because a narcissist is not going to look at it as, oh, I feel so bad for them, let me
There's
be a
no
better
empathy with
person,
a
let me
narcissist.
show. Exactly,
Yeah.
empathy. Exactly. They're not there to show you how life could really, how good life can be, or a
Mm-hmm.
relationship could really be. They are there to use your weaknesses against you at some point. Maybe not today, but 5 months down the road, they're going to attack you with it, whatever your weaknesses are. So always be careful. Second one is they don't care about your feelings. And it's true. Narcissists, they really, really do not care about how you feel. They play the victim in whatever the situation is, and they turn it around on you all the time. Have you had this done to you before?
Yeah, I've had it done to me. That's how I got wrapped up in purchasing a house with somebody. So yes,
Mm.
it's been done to me.
Yeah.
But I do have a friend, that you and I were talking about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
that she has many unresolved problems and issues, from, you know, domestic violence to a whole list of things
Mm-hmm.
throughout her life. And she has met somebody that she feels as though is, and it's been a very short time, um, as of right now, um, that she feels as though, oh my God, everything, everything, everything. But there's all these red flags that she's totally dismissing. And because she's stuck in a situation that is not ideal,
Yeah.
um, she's missing out on the important aspects of things because of, I'm not saying that he's a narcissist by all means. He just has his own personal issues that he needs to tackle on his own. So eventually, when they come together, they have some type of healthy relationship. But I think we get so wrapped up in, especially women, let's just be honest, especially women, we get so wrapped up in that happy ending, white picket fence,
We all want the
loving
fairy
relationship.
tale. We all
We
want the
all
fairy
want the
tale.
freaking fairy tale, that we
Yeah.
start missing out on all the important stuff. Like,
Yeah.
a person that loves you is going to do the work for you, or
Mhm.
work for them. So when you guys come together, it's something that's unison, that you guys are evenly yoked, that you guys understand each other. You're working towards something.
Mm-hmm.
When someone gaslights you or love bombs you into believing that this is what it is they want, when that's truly not what it is they want, because narcissists kind of give you these hints of the reality of things and how they see things and how they want to deal with things,
Mm-hmm.
but their actions are totally different.
Yeah.
from what their words are.
Yeah.
And if you don't pick up on that, you're going to get wrapped up in all that other bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And that's where toxic relationships come from.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad when someone sees your vulnerability and is like, oh, you've been through this, and this. And then if that person's not healthy and they're willing to forgive XYZ because they've been through it before, or they know that this person isn't that way, or whatever, you start making excuses for that person.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to be careful because there's narcissistic tendencies and then there's a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people get those mixed up because somebody does something, they automatically, oh, they're a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
Are they though? Or do they just have tendencies that are narcissistic because that's something they grew up with and that's something they saw?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And that's a good point though. Once you've been in a relationship with an actual narcissist, you know the signs and the patterns.
mm-hmm.
There are patterns.
Narcissists are patterned.
And they don't break from it. I
Yes.
feel like they literally cannot break from it. Because narcissists basically are trauma infused beings. Honestly, like those beings that when they were kids, they went through so much fucking shit that something broke in their mind. Something broke in their mind, and then they all of a sudden start thinking like it's all about me. Only my feelings matter. Only the way I view the world matters. That's it. No, nobody else. So now it's a trauma response. So now it's a mechanism for them to really move through the world, right? Manipulating people, gaining people's trust only to break it. And it's like a game to them. And all of a sudden it's like, I'm always the victim, yada, yada, yada. So I feel like when you've been in an actual relationship with a narcissist, you will know the distinct difference because they don't break from it. They do not break from their patterns as much as they want to. You could call them out on their bullshit and I'm leaving, and as much as they want to, they cannot break from their patterns. They will literally fall back to that pattern, whatever that pattern is for them. They will fall back to it each and every time. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's all about them.
It is
all about them.
About them. The only reason they want to know about your hardships is so that they can use those hardships and those weaknesses against you at a later time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's crazy. The next one says they constantly talk about themselves. This is true. They're constantly either if they are talking about themselves, it's always them in a situation, or it almost sounds almost like someone's being conceited, but it's not. It's beyond that. There are some people that are truly just conceited and they're just like, look at me, look at me. But when it's a narcissist, they take every situation and turn it around and make it about themselves. And they talk about themselves. They are really self-centered people.
You're not relevant. What your issues were, even though if they're more similar to the conversation you're having, mm-hmm. it's not relevant to them because they went through something worse, mm-hmm. and they've come out of that situation so much better. You know? Yeah, I know a lot of those. I also know some that wear it like a badge of fucking honor, and they would say, I am a narcissist. I know I'm a narcissist.
Those are the scary ones, right? Those are the scary ones. Those are the ones that like run, don't walk, run away.
But those are the ones that people love the most, are the ones that are the most honest with who they are.
That's crazy. The next one says they lack genuine interest in your life. So again, you're trying to tell them something that happened to you, and they're just like, okay, this is how what you're saying affects me, or how I relate to what you're saying. And they're constantly like just inserting their own personal experience into the conversation because they're not genuinely interested in your life.
Hmm. They're more important at the end of the day.
A narcissist also gets jealous easily. What do you think about that?
Yeah, because your trauma
Yeah.
is so much less than their trauma. God forbid. God
Yeah.
forbid anybody else or the attention is on somebody else. I think with narcissists, a lot of it has to do with the attention that they're getting and from whoever they're getting it from.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
to be the center of attention all the
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
All the time.
Yep.
Oh, my jersey just came out all the time.
All the time.
Sorry.
My
Just
wannabe
caught
jersey
myself.
came out all the time. All the time.
All the time.
Um, they need constant validation. It's the
I
same
think they
thing.
need a lot of validation, affirmation. They want everyone to love them. They want everyone to think that they're great, that they don't freaking, oh my gosh. Girl, we've been there. We've seen it. There's been such many situations that we've been in that we're just like,
Oh.
what the fuck? Yeah.
So let's give an example about this though. So when, okay, say somebody posts online, okay? They post something online and they get 5 likes only, okay, on their personal social media, and nobody has commented on how beautiful or how handsome. Nobody has really paid attention to it, right?
No one's
And
acknowledged.
exactly. And they're looking for that validation from people they don't even know. They don't even know these people, but they really want that. Someone, I have 100 likes on it, or I have 200 people telling me this is amazing, whatever this is, right? So they get, say, 50 views and only 5 likes, okay? And to them, that's not enough. They'll take it down. They take it off their social media, and it's just like, you know, they're looking for validation outside of themselves. Those are people literally not okay with who they are inside, internally,
Super
right?
insecure. Super insecure.
Super insecure. And so those 5 likes, although they're great and everything, for them, it's not enough. It's not enough. So it's not validation. Or say you're at a dinner party and the narcissist is talking about whatever conversation, and that person does, or maybe he makes a joke and nobody laughs at their joke. And they're just sitting there. Is somebody gonna validate the fact that I'm funny? They need constant validation. They need people to like, oh my God, you're so great, and ah, ha 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 ha, you're so funny, or you're so beautiful, or you're so handsome. Whatever you're searching for, right? When they don't get that validation, I have seen the opposite side of that. I have seen the effects of that. Have you?
Oh, yeah, I have. They
Tell us. Tell
fucking
us.
lose their shit.
They do lose their shit.
Everyone fucking sucks. Nobody's their friend. Oh my god, girl. We
Fuck
can go on
everybody.
and on. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and post another.
I'm
Wow.
sorry. We're not laughing. It's just the situations because they're so it's so interesting because we've seen this happen. A lot of narcissists are just straight up insecure.
Yeah.
And I mean they rely on other people to acknowledge who they are. As a matter of fact, my fiance and I were having a conversation about this not too long ago, and I was like, I remember when I was single and I was by myself, like how important it was for me to do. And Yvette gets so like, I irritate her sometimes because she tells me, she's like, send me selfies, send me this. And I remember how like that was such a huge thing for me when I was by myself. You know, just the getting that
Had to be the perfect
attention.
selfie.
Yeah, the perfect selfie. I could have done 10, 15 of them, but I've been like, lipstick on, hair done, going out, blah, blah, blah. And now it's like pulling teeth to get a selfie from me. And it's not
It
because,
is.
and it's not because I don't, it's just not something, I used to spend so much energy and so much time on caring what people thought of me, or just, oh my God, you're so pretty, or oh my God, like whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Whatever the comment was, it's like looking for that 5-minute validation of, oh, I am pretty. I'm good. I'm good. At the end of the day, that doesn't fulfill anything that is empty inside me. Like,
Right.
I have to do that on my own.
Right.
And I think a lot of people have to grow in that. And narcissists will never grow in that until they get like a lot of therapy. Like, it's a lot of work. That's a lot of trauma. A lot of bad habits.
Yeah. And the difference is with a narcissist is that they themselves believe that they are like God's gift to the world.
Yeah.
The validation comes from everybody else accepting their own reality.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not like, oh, I'm going to believe that I'm God's gift to the world because a million people think so. No, it's not that. It's the fact that I believe that I'm God's gift to the world, so a million people better think so. That's the difference. That's the whole. Are you conceited, or are you just looking for external validation, or are you a fucking narcissist? A narcissist will tell you, I am God's gift to the world. And a million people better agree with me or else.
Or there's the people that think in their heads, because you're kind to them or you try to friend them or whatever it may be, that you want them. You want to date them. There's this other intention.
Right.
On why you're trying to get close to them.
Yeah.
No. It's like, stay out of your head. It has nothing to do with the fact that I want to get in your pants.
But again, a narcissist, it's all about them. The world is literally all about them. So,
The whole universe.
The whole universe. Exactly.
The whole universe.
Exactly. So the next one is coming.
Dead.
Okay. I'm gonna
breadcrumbing. Not coming.
Breadcrumbing.
Oh, this is gonna be a great blooper.
They show you just enough interest or affection to keep you hanging on. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know where that happens a lot? And tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
When a man has a friendship with a woman, or a woman has a friendship with a man. Tell me that doesn't happen all the time.
It does.
All the time.
It does. Yeah.
You know, they either
let's sprinkle a little.
Let me just keep this person nearby just in case this freaking explodes.
Okay, so story time.
Yvette's got a story time.
I had a conversation with somebody about this not too long ago. And it's like we had an episode back in, I think it was season 2. I think it was season 2. Like, can women and men be friends? Okay. And I had a conversation about this with somebody recently about that. And I was saying, okay, I do believe that women and men can be friends because I have a lot of male friends, but I also believe that maybe half or more of those male friends are waiting for that opportunity to like
slide in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Swoop in. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Yeah.
And so same thing with women.
I was having this conversation with this particular person, And he believes that no, 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 no. Like, we are just friends no matter what. I'm like, bro, bro.
Bro.
When your best friend is the
Bro.
epitome, when your best friend is the epitome of what your perfect woman looks like, it's kind of hard to believe that you're friends with her just because just because you have things in common. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look, I would not be friends with Jason Momoa. Okay?
because you want the fucking man. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I
He's
get
not
it.
going to be my bestie. He's not going to be anywhere in the picture.
Listen,
I mean,
if you're my man and I'm best friends with Henry Cavill, you better
see,
be worried. You better be worried because if that man tells me let's run off together, like,
put Jason Momoa in my freaking sights, and I'm telling you right now, me looking is going to happen.
uh-huh.
I mean, him and I could be friends from a distance, but
But like here, spending time together and all that stuff. I
no,
mean, come on.
that I think that would be a line that I, knowing me and how I am and how devoted and loyal
But it's a
I am,
line. You agree that it's a line.
it's a
It's a
line.
boundary. It's a
It's
boundary.
definitely a boundary. If
Hmm.
something like that ever occurred, which is
Yeah.
so random, because what are the chances of me ever running into Jason Momoa?
So
Um,
if I say, let me kind of add on to this. Let me kind of add on to this. If I say my perfect man has green eyes, 6 foot or taller,
Jason Momoa.
and he is a
Henry Cavill
gentleman.
doesn't have green eyes, Yvette.
He does not, but fuck that shit. He's got everything else. I'm just saying, if I listed all these things and I said this is my perfect man, and then all of a sudden I tell you, oh, guess what? This is my best friend, and he or she, depending if I'm a man or a woman, whatever, he or she fits the description of all of these things. I'm I'm sorry, what? I'm just saying, right? Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, I have him here. I have him here. Yeah, no, that would not happen.
Oh no.
No.
Wow. It's just a wow. And I guess because I'm a female and I think about these things like through and through, right? And people are probably saying, like, what does this have to do with a narcissist? Well, okay, a narcissist would say you're fucking crazy for thinking that that's a fucking issue. That's
No,
what a
that's an
narcissist
issue.
would say.
I'm
No,
sorry.
but a narcissist would call you crazy for thinking that that's an issue. A narcissist would be like, wait a minute, this is who I am. Why are you trying to like make this? Again, it's all about me. It's all about what I believe and what I feel and how I move about the world. And who cares what you think, right? That's what a narcissist is. The narcissist will always believe that what they think is absolutely right. And no matter what, you think that because I think the perfect man or woman is XYZ, and I happen to be best friends with a man or woman that is XYZ.
Well, I shouldn't have tea for that one because yeah, that would not happen. I mean, if my honey came to me and said he loves Eva Mendes,
Yeah.
that's his hall pass. His best friend looked like Eva Mendes, I'd be like, it's either her or me.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A
No,
bullshit.
you have to decide because here's my thoughts. Okay, Eva Mendes is your hall pass, is your dream vision. Okay?
And your
Which
best friend looks
means,
like her.
yeah, and your best friend looks like her, which means, in my head, you're having thoughts about her.
Hmm.
You're like, it's a whole different, now we're talking a whole different space. Like,
Yeah.
we're talking a whole different situation,
Yes.
you know? Um, because I know for a fact that Kevin would be like, if my best friend looked like Jason Momoa,
He'd be like,
oh, Kevin would be like, yeah, that friendship is over.
that
Like
friendship is
right
done.
now, it's not
Absolutely
happening
done. Yeah.
because he's going to be thinking the same thing I would be thinking if Eva Mendes was in front of me.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sorry, but you're sexually attracted to Eva Mendes. She looks like Eva Mendes. Here's
Yeah.
my checklist as a female.
Yeah.
She is gorgeous. She has money. She has her shit together. She has this. She has that. Like the whole list would just keep going through my head, and I'm like looking at this freaking gorgeous woman, this beautiful Cuban goddess, and I'm looking at him, and I'm seeing him talking to her, smiling with her, freaking bullshitting with her, and I'm like, oh no, motherfucker, this is not happening. Because
Oh
when
boy.
someone has a certain appeal to somebody,
Yeah.
and this is who your perfect person is.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I have a hard time believing that there's no sexual attraction, there's no feelings attached to it, there's no. I'm sorry, that is like a big fat no-no. Because I can tell you right now, Kevin would be like, this Jason Momoa lookalike can go fucking
Hell
pound
to the
sand
no. Hell to the
right
no.
now.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, he
Yep.
would be like, I'm sorry, I don't give a shit how long y'all been friends, but this is
Hmm.
not happening.
It's not.
Like, it's
It's not.
either you, and playing devil's advocate too, like someone that is secure in who they are would probably be okay, but eventually something is going to occur.
And
Whether
I'm
it's
gonna say, yeah.
conversations that you're not aware of,
Mm-hmm.
you can feel that energy
Mm-hmm.
you can feel the energy and the synergy between two people.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or even notice their reactions around that particular person.
mhm,
So a narcissist, and bringing it back to the whole narcissist thing, because this is about a controlling relationship and narcissist. A narcissist, the last one is discarding. They twist facts to deny your reality. So you may be
yeah,
saying, wait, you said this is the type of person that you're attracted to. And this is the type of person that you really find connection with. And this is the type of person, yada, yada, yada. All these things, X, Y, A through Z. And all of a sudden, you're telling me your best friend, who's the opposite sex, male or female, doesn't matter, who's the opposite sex, falls into all these fucking categories. Why the fuck are you still friends? Or why the fuck are you only friends? Why the fuck are you not in a relationship with this person? Because these are your standards. These are your things that you look for in a significant other.
I
But they will
look,
tell you
I've
that a
had
narcissist will tell you that you're fucked up in thinking the way you're thinking because, oh my God, how could you not fucking trust me? How could you not believe what I say when I say that it's just a friend? When I say that it's just whatever. You know what I mean?
no, because you're trying to convince yourself that
Or you.
that's what it is.
Or you. Or
Yeah,
you.
you're
Maybe
that's what
they
I'm
don't
saying.
have to
You're trying
they
to
don't have to convince themselves. They have to convince you
you,
that you're fucking
yeah,
batshit crazy. And you're
yeah.
fucking jealous. And you're this. And you're the fucking problem. I'm not the problem. But yet I'm waiting on the sidelines to make sure to wait until this person is available because they fit all my fucking criteria for a person that
I've
I want to be with.
had I've had freaking, like, I just get along with guys so much better because I'm a
So do
guy's
I.
girl,
So do I.
and I'm not this fragile, cutesy little girl. Like, I am mucking stalls. I am watching sports. I'm like a girl's guy, still with a feminine aspect to things. Like, I've
Yeah.
had my guy friends tell me, "You're just a dude with boobs." You know, like I've had that said to me
Yeah.
before, and I've had like super good looking friends that like truly it's a sister brotherhood thing, and then they start going into relationships, and I've lost a shit ton of friends because of the fact that their girlfriends are like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Like, y'all can't be friends anymore. And I've
Yeah.
lost a lot of friends that way, like good friends, like brothers, like
Mhm.
brother sister relationships. So yeah, I totally, yeah. If Kev, I've told you, if Eva Mendes or anyone that looked like Eva Mendes and he came up to me and said, "Oh, this is my best friend, Alexa,"
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's
I
a
mean, like, she
hard
ain't
no.
your best friend no more.
It is a hard fucking no.
I mean, like, bitch, you better go find yourself a boyfriend.
Cause
I'm
my man is
sorry.
taken.
No, I may not be no Eva Mendes, but I know I can freaking kick your fucking ass. that much I know. I know,
Oh
boo
my
boo,
god.
and trust me, I know, boo boo. I ain't from around these parts.
That is so funny. All right, so I have a reel to share. It says, if the narcissist was honest. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me see.
There ain't no fucking honesty. Well, actually, that's not the case. That's not true.
If the,
Narcissists are honest to a certain extent.
oh, they're very honest. They're very honest.
They're
They're
just very
manipulators.
manipulative.
They are manipulators. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. It's somebody that I've seen before. I don't follow him, but he pops up on my like For You page or whatever very often. And it was the one about how women are like they get turned on a certain way and men get turned on a certain way. This one happens to be it's the same guy and he's saying if the narcissist was actually honest. And let me see. Hold on.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
I can't wait to hear this.
So I'm a narcissist. Yeah. But you seem so nice. Oh, I'm pretending. Really? Yeah, I figured out if I'm charming and funny and give you lots of attention and affection, then I can get you to fall in love with me. Why do you need me to fall in love with you? Oh, because
Love
then you're less
bombing.
likely to leave once I start lying and belittling and gaslighting you and chipping away at your self-worth in order to control and manipulate you. Huh. Yeah, it works especially well if you have a history of trauma where you tend to blame yourself even though you're the one being neglected. That sounds like abuse. Oh, it definitely is. Why would you do that? Oh, I'm deeply insecure. I can see that. Yeah, I have a massively fragile ego and a fear of rejection, so I've created a fantasy world in which I'm the center of the universe and everyone else is inferior.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. Well, thank you for telling me all this up front before we formed a complicated trauma bond that would have caused me years of misery. Yeah, well, I just want people to know what they're getting into. I mean, you by chance don't struggle with a lack of boundaries and self-esteem issues, do you? I do, actually. Dang it. We probably would have made a great pair. Yeah, I bet. A good thing you showed me these red flags up front so I could protect myself. Well, if there's one thing I am, it's honest and transparent in the beginning. Hey, it's great to meet you. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you too. So
Oh, thank God the red flags are right here. Oh my God. I have them both
Oh my
right here.
god. So let's
That
talk
is
about that. Let's talk about that for
So
a minute.
factual. So factual. That's what we were saying in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They go on your weaknesses. They
Exactly.
prey on, that's the word. They prey on your weaknesses. Prey.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know from those weaknesses how to maneuver, how to manipulate, how to get in there and show you they're the best thing since sliced bread, and that
Mhm.
nobody else can help you like they help you. That can
Exactly.
be consistent like they're consistent, which at the end of the day, they're not. They're not.
They're not
Just because they're
consistent at
standing
all.
in front of you, they're not consistent.
Yeah.
They're constantly hurting you. They're weaponizing your hurt, your pain, against you. And then everything that is good for you, they're turning the tables around. So you can look at it like it's not something that's good for you or healthy for you, or your thoughts are not right. Yeah. Oh, that is 1000% the case.
I
And
just
I
want to
love you,
say
Eva Mendes. I think you're absolutely fucking
yes.
fabulous. And I know you would never leave Ryan Gosling for anybody. Just FYI, girl. My little Cubana queen.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so now we're at our slice of advice. And I think I have that.
Take it away, Eva.
I do. Let me see. Hold,
She always has
please.
good ones.
All right. All right. Our slice of advice is it's exactly what it looks like. Whatever you think it is, it's exactly what it is. If they're acting weird toward you, if they're being shady, if they're being distant, you're not imagining things, it's exactly what it looks like. Yep.
So, my mentor,
Yes.
I love his one liner. He tells me, he's like, you know, it doesn't matter how much I change.
Yeah.
When someone else doesn't do the work and doesn't take the time to invest in themselves,
Right.
there you are. In other words, if you don't change and you don't try to improve it, you're always going to be the same person. And that's what a narcissist is.
That's true.
And there you are.
And
Think about that, people.
But a narcissist will never try to change who they are. Never.
Never. Because in their heads, they're
God's gift
perfect.
to the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are perfect.
Yep. They're God's gift to the world exactly the way they are. They are not
I should have
wrong.
brought my white paper so I could put notes on and put therapy. No. Fuck no. Might be on the next one, y'all. Just saying.
Fuck to the no on white paper.
Up to the no. Red flag. We got the flags.
Oh my god! I have to send you. Okay, so an audience member, they sent in some green flags for us. So I have to send them to you.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
we have green flags too. Not everything is a red flag. This is an episode about controlling relationships. Yeah,
And
exactly.
a ton of red flags.
A shit ton. This is an episode about controlling relationships and narcissists, but not everybody is not everybody's a narcissist. That word I feel gets, like you said in the beginning, gets thrown around a lot based on like one thing that they do. Being a narcissist is a real personality and characteristic fault.
Trait.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
call
trait.
it a fault. I don't call it a trait. I call it a fault only because, like, I mean,
It becomes a trait, especially when they fucking own that shit. Okay, let's be honest.
I mean, let's be real. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's be real about that because sometimes they're super proud. They are just proud about how they treat people and how they look at life, and they just think that they are, again, God's fucking gift to this world. All right. I have a reel, and the reel is called "A Narcissist Expects Everything to Go Back to the Way Things Were After an Argument." Okay. Hang on a second.
Narcissist expects everything to go back to normal as if their actions left no scars. And then they make you feel guilty for reacting to the pain they caused instead of taking responsibility for their own actions. They will twist the truth to make you question your worth because they don't want you to know your value. Because once you do, they know they'll lose all control.
facts. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Yeah. So I feel like when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, they will create the problem and then they will pretend to give you the solution. And then they will gaslight you into thinking that you were the problem. And then they expect after they are okay with getting over the argument, they are okay with going back to the way things were. And I don't think that that's fair. That's not fair because it leaves the other person feeling like, wait, my feelings weren't acknowledged. My feelings or my emotions weren't heard. And this argument was all about you, how it affected you. And now we just go back to what normal, whatever normal is. What do you think about that?
Because narcissists do not take accountability for anything they do.
Ding, 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 ding. Bingo. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they
Absolutely.
play on your love and the way you cherish them.
Mm-hmm.
They play that against you, and then you're the one that feels guilty and you feel disconnected, like, holy shit, what was it that I did? They convince you that you're the problem, that you're the one who created the situation, and they do not take accountability for the fact that they're the ones who created the situation, and that's why they're in the situation they're in. No accountability at all.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever. So a narcissist will create the problem. They already have the solution. And then they gaslight you into you thinking you were exactly the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then they expect for everything to just go back to normal. Mm-hmm. Whatever their normal is. Not your normal. Their normal.
Their normal. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
so
God.
good. So good.
Oh my God. All right, we're gonna continue on. I came across a reel and I kind of wrote things down based on this reel. It says things you need to come to terms with no matter what age you are. Okay. The first one says trauma explains behavior, but it doesn't excuse it. So if you are in a relationship with somebody who's a narcissist, and you understand that they've gone through all this trauma when they were young, it explains the behavior, but it doesn't excuse the fact that now as an adult, they're continuing on with this behavior. Would you agree?
I agree.
Yeah. Right?
Bad behavior is unexcusable.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the behavior that you bring to the table is not okay for everyone. And it shouldn't be okay for you because you are affecting somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
But a narcissist is not going to recognize that.
Never.
They're only going to live in their trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Everything hurts me. It's all about me. Who gives a fuck about how you feel? All right. The next one says healthy people won't get mad at healthy boundaries.
Agreed.
So can you explain in terms of when you're dealing with a narcissist, how they in fact would either not accept or not respect the boundaries of a healthy person that a healthy person would set?
I think with a narcissist, it's primarily a respect thing.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with your feelings and emotions. It has everything to do with you not respecting them or you not being available to them.
It makes total sense. Okay, so the next one is to heal a wound, sometimes you have to stop touching it.
Ouchie.
sometimes we want to talk things. We want to beat a dead horse. We've said that before. We want to beat a dead horse to the ground. We want to talk things into the ground. And I'm sorry, with a narcissist, you cannot talk anything into the ground because once they're done, they're done. I don't want to talk about this. I'm sorry, what? You are the problem. That's it. And I don't care how you feel. And I don't want to talk about it. Period.
Yep.
Right?
Pretty much.
All right. If you're ever afraid to stand up for yourself, that's the exact moment you need to stand up for yourself and walk out the door.
Facts.
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 Oh my God.
There's like nothing to say with that. It's fucking facts.
Period. Point blank. Stop trying to prove your worth or that you're lovable in every single room you walk into. This isn't American Idol. This isn't American Idol. Not everybody needs to love you.
Yeah.
And this is the non-narcissist person, right? This is a person in a relationship with a narcissist. Not everybody needs to love you. So you trying to force the narcissist to see things your way, to love you and to accept you, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
No.
And you need to just
no.
wash your hands of it, walk away from it. Sayonara, like you said. Bye-bye. It's done. It's done. It's not a relationship where you are going to make or force the other person to see you.
You're never going to win.
No.
You're never going to win with a narcissist. Never.
Nope. You are not. You are not. Being in a delusionship is just like having an unpaid internship with emotional labor. Wow.
Ouchie.
I'm not even going to touch that because it's like whoever needed to hear that needed to hear it. I'm going to repeat it for you though. Being in a delusionship is just like having an unpaid internship with emotional labor. Damn.
It's almost like, you know how they say, like, when you're thinking about a situation or whatever with anybody, and they're like, they're in your head rent free.
Rent free. Yes. I love that. I love that term. Yep.
You're giving them all this energy, all this thought, and you're letting them in your head for free, and they're not even thinking about the situation. They can give two fucks about the situation.
Thank you. They could give a fuck less. They could give a fuck less about
and you're
thinking, how you're feeling. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you're mourning the relationship and this and that, and they can give a fuck about what you're feeling right now.
They've already moved on. They've moved on. They're
adios.
It's not necessarily that they've moved on. It's just it's because they only care about how they feel in that relationship or in that situation, right? In that delusionship. Oh my God. I love that. Delusionship. All right. Sometimes it's not just bad communication. They hurt you. They just don't care. Yikes. That's a true narcissist right there. They really could give a fuck less how you feel or how they made you feel.
Yep.
Because you're the one with the problem. You're the one feeling bad, so it's your problem. Mine. That's a narcissist. True narcissist. When you give the benefit of the doubt and the doubt starts outweighing the benefits, it's time to go.
Oh, that's another good one.
When you give the benefit of the doubt and the doubt starts outweighing the benefits, it's time to go. Yikes. I don't think I have much to add to that.
Wait. Hold on. Cut ties.
Cut the ties. All right. Validation is nice, but you don't need it all the time. You're not a fucking parking garage.
should be a t-shirt.
Validation is nice, but you don't need it all the time. You're not a fucking parking garage. Oh my God. Crazy. Anyway, those were a little things you need to come to terms with no matter what age you are. All right. Miss Joanna has our what the fuck moment for tonight.
Espérate.
Oh boy, those were good.
Everybody, I have Am I an Asshole for what the fuck? This one's a good one.
Am I an asshole?
My
Am I the
favorite.
asshole? Yeah.
Ready?
Absolutely.
Espérate. What's happening?
Sleeping with.
Wait. Hold on.
Am I the asshole for causing my friend to have an allergic reaction after finding out she's been sleeping with my ex-boyfriend? Throw away and change names even though the people I know would probably recognize this story. I, 24 female, have been with my boyfriend John, 23 male, for a little over a year. We met after a close friend, let's call her Isabel, 23 female, introduced him to our friend group, and things developed quickly between John and I, while Isabel and John remained close. This was no problem to me at the time, as I always viewed their friendship as purely platonic, but as it turns out, I was very wrong. Suspicions of their affair started after I noticed John mentioning Isabel more often than usual, and them exchanging looks and giggling whenever we hung out together. When I mentioned it, John would reassure me it's just an inside joke, and me knowing would ruin the fun of it. Also, John would also unpromptly offer that Isabel can stay at our apartment, we have a guest room, after long nights out, with Isabel, fortunately, always declining. This started around a month ago. A short while later, John started staying late for work, stating that he wants to accumulate overtime so we can spend more time around the holidays together. I know John hates working longer than required, as he already comes home stressed out and tired from his normal shift. To prove my suspicions, I came up with a plan. Everybody in our friend group knows that Isabel has a slight peanut allergy. We have seen her allergic reactions, and they're definitely not fun, but they also aren't life-threatening. Facial swelling and redness. So last week, while grocery shopping, I got some peanut butter under the pretense I wanted to try out a new recipe I saw on TikTok. 2 days ago, John and I got up in the morning, and during breakfast, he exclaimed that he would be working late again. This is when I took the peanut butter out of the cupboard and ate 2 slices of toast with lots of peanut butter. But before he left, I offered to perform oral sex on him, explaining it with only seeing him very late in the evening and not being able to wait until he's back. He happily agreed, even though this caused him to be late and cost him some of that hard-earned overtime. And I went down on him before he went to work. This is when the fallout happens. Later that evening, the group chat is informed by John that Isabel has been hospitalized. She was released the same day, and John is bombarding my phone with messages and calls accusing me of poisoning Isabel on purpose. Since I never eat peanut butter or blow him in the morning, he must have put 2 and 2 together. And that I could have killed her for something I should have just talked to him about. I don't feel like this was something I needed to be mature about and talk it out. And since Isabel and I have been close since elementary school, she betrayed my trust even more than John did. She deserved most of the revenge. Isabel probably talked to our mutuals about it since I've been kicked out of the group chat and nobody is responding to my text. So, am I the asshole?
No, you're not the asshole. She's the fucking asshole for fucking your fan. No, all of this shit. Oh my God! I'm gonna say I don't think that I personally would have the balls to do something like that, but I give her props.
You get the Chats Con Sabor applause.
I give her props for coming up with that shit. Because I'm sorry, I'm the asshole now because I ate peanut butter and blowed my boyfriend, and then she got fucking sick, had an allergic reaction, had to be sent to the hospital because
her mouth and face were where they were supposed to be.
Thank you. Thank you.
I knew you would love that one. That's what I got.
I'm just gonna say karma is a bitch and every dog has its day. And that bitch had her day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're wrong. And I'm not the asshole. She's
I
not
knew
the
she would.
asshole. Fuck that other bitch is the fucking asshole. Fuck her.
I knew she would fucking love this one. Sorry, that's why I picked it out. I was like, Yvette's gonna have
my
a
God.
fucking field day with this one.
Okay, and tying it into the whole narcissist thing here, the guy and the friends actually blaming the girlfriend for trying something like this and for doing that. Oh, you could have killed her. No, bitch. Keep your fucking mouth and your cunt away from my man. Period. Point blank. You would have never ended up in the hospital if you had not been sucking off my man after I had. Fuck her. Fuck that bitch.
Isn't it ironic though that just shows you that her friends knew what was happening?
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Think about it.
That's what I'm saying. She's not the asshole. He's the asshole, and all of the friend group are the assholes. And
they were
all
supporting it.
The narcissists for gaslighting and making it be her fault. Because she could have died. Nah, bitch. If your mouth wasn't on somebody else's dick that doesn't belong to you, you would have never been in harm's way.
I knew she was gonna get fired up over that one, and that's why I chose that one.
No, she's not the asshole. She's not the asshole.
You are
All right.
not the asshole, girlfriend.
Moving on. What role does a woman or a man have in a narcissistic relationship? Assuming they are not the narcissist, of course. What do you feel like their role should be? Does there come a point in time where you're just like, think a little bit and then move on? Or what do you think?
That's that's a tough one. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? It's always one, because sometimes it's never two people, because two narcissists cannot be together. Let's just be honest.
No, they can't. It'll be Mr. and Mrs. Smith, basically, that movie. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a tough one for me to even go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I feel like at some point you have to understand. I mean, it's different when kids are involved. So if you're in a marriage with a narcissist and there's kids involved, and you feel like, okay, I need to keep the family dynamic together, or I need to bend over backwards and play the game. It's hard. It's hard. But that's why I pose a question. What role do they have? Do you just lay there like a doormat and be like, yeah, walk all over me, gaslight me, take advantage of everything just so that I can see my children? Or do you put your foot down and just be like, this is not happening, and I'm moving on? And that's my next statement, is it's not enough to know that you're with a narcissist. You have to make moves to leave for your own sanity, right? I mean, if you continue on, if you know that you are in a relationship with a narcissist and you continue to stay, then you're willingly putting yourself in that predicament, because it's accepted behavior. We've talked about this before. You're accepting the behavior, and you're accepting the excuses, the manipulation. You're just accepting that that's going to be your role. You're going to be taken advantage of.
And what's sad is that eventually that person becomes a narcissist too, because that's the game you're used to playing. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so you said that. How do you prevent your children from growing up or turning into a narcissist if their parent is one? Like one of the parents is one.
That's so hard. That's so hard, because that's just so hard. There's so many like different, depending on how that woman or man was raised, let's just say.
Right.
Maybe it's something that they they saw all their lives. So that's what they transition into to the other relationships. That's what they transfer into the other relationships.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, do you want to break that chain? If you want to break that chain, they become your priority.
Yeah.
Right? If it's something you keep away from them, then you have to reevaluate your situation. Is this something you want to continue your children being around? Because eventually they're going to be doing the same thing to somebody else. Have you thought about that? All
Children always emulate their parents.
Their parents, yeah. Is that something that you want your kids to transfer over to someone that's innocent, that had absolutely nothing to do with your relationship and what they saw?
Yeah.
You want that him or her to go through what you went through?
Yeah.
Like, I chose to break a chain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with raising my kids. I don't want them to be young parents, to actually enjoy their lives, enjoy school, enjoy college, and enjoy their lives before they became parents. So it's a choice that a parent makes. But some parents work that narcissistic side of everything to make their kids do whatever it is they want them to do, even as grown adults.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so sad. It's so hard because it's all in the person and what they want to do.
Well, and in a situation where there is one of the parents is a narcissist, 9 times out of 10, that, say it's a narcissistic father. The narcissistic father probably has a parent or both parents who are narcissists. And so, you know, it trickles down. And so as a woman, you not wanting to have your kids grow up in that environment or whatever, it's very easy for you to like walk away and take your kids with you. But the opposite, if the woman is the narcissist and the man is there, like, oh my God, like my kids are now being influenced by these narcissistic grandparents and their narcissistic mother, it's very hard. I think that's even worse. It's very hard to pull your children away from that and to teach them a different way, because again, those are the people that their sons or daughters have to emulate. And unfortunately, it's like fighting a losing battle, an uphill battle, because yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And I speak from experience, so it's really hard. Anyway, so I think we're going to leave that there. And I have our wow for today, for tonight. Let me see. Our wow, our words of wisdom for tonight is: be humble and never think that you are better than anyone else. We all leave this world with nothing. I think it falls really in line with this whole controlling relationship and narcissistic tendencies and being with a narcissist. That person is never going to be humble because they feel like the whole world and the whole universe revolves around them. They feel like they are it. Like they are the center of that entire world, right? And so there's no way that they're going to be humble. But do you have any final words, Miss Joanna, as far as being in a narcissistic relationship and what people can do?
Just be realistic. Hope is good, but it's good when someone's doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good when someone is belittling you, cutting you at your knees, making you feel like you're less. Walk away. It's not worth it. There's other ways to survive, and there's other people out there that are going to value you for who you are.
No, it's fantastic words, because sometimes we feel like we're in a losing situation. There's no win in any of it. It's a lose-lose. But I think the key is to understand that for whatever the reason is, whatever your why is, right? Whether it's your children or whether it's yourself, to really focus on making the proper decisions for yourself. If you cannot be yourself with the person that you're with, that's your first clue. That is your first clue. Run. Don't walk. Run. Get out of that relationship, because even if he or she is not a narcissist, the fact that they're trying to control and mold you into who they want you to be, I mean, that's a red flag. So make sure that you are doing some soul searching and make the best decisions for yourself. If there's children involved, especially. If you don't do it for yourself, then your kids are going to fall into that same pattern. So do it for them. Yeah.
They should always come first.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
your husband first when you're married, but depending on the circumstances, then your children.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Chats Con Sabor. And we hope you're having a good time with these episodes so far in season 4. We look forward to bringing you a lot more spicy stuff and more fun conversations. Thank you, Miss Joanna, for joining me tonight.
Love you.
We love you guys. Adios, amigos.
Adios.